welcome back to more Chance Man. So, gosh, there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened last time, hasn't it? Obviously, we've unlocked mining because we got ourselves the bronze pickaxe, the absolute bare minimum that's needed in order to, like, you know, get started straight away, right? Because the original plan was that I'd be sifting through the specimen tray to gain a very pittance amount of mining XP to get up to 21, which would have taken over 10,000 you know, sifts through that specimen tray. Now we don't have to. So I have appropriately got up to my level where I can use a mithril pickaxe. And there'll definitely come a time where I go about, you know, leveling up some more of this, because, you know, I have actually, like, unlocked sandstone, like different two different sizes of them. But anyways, there's like more roles that can be had with the mining skill when I get up more up to it eventually. But skilling's not on the docket today. Today is some Slayer, or just killing enemies in general, because, like, I have been, of course, going through the plugin, you know, reviewing a lot of the unlocked items that I have and see what I can get my grubby little mitts on. So that's what I've been doing. And now, of course, the end goal is to, oh yeah, of course, I have been AFKing at the crab, got up to 65. Now, of course, I need to get attack up to 65. That way we can have access to the Warriors Guild. And there are a couple of things in the Warriors Guild aside from trying to get those defenders and having to go for those, you know. There's also, like, some shops. They have a potion shop where they actually sell a 3-dose defense potion, which I have unlocked. So that'll be something to look forward to. And also, there's just a huge slew of enemies that I have listed right down. And of course, there's the, you know, trek of having to find the ensouled heads as well. So I figured we go and get started with having to go back to Vanica, which of course we got, you know, denied a little bit because of that Anku thing. But after getting my skills up and also getting slightly better equipment, particularly with range, I say we give this another shot. We got ice giants. Okay. All right, so we need to go and discuss our options here. It's most likely going to be ranged. And their only main locations right down in that frickin' Asgarnia Ice Dungeon. Apparently there's also one in Valimor. Now I have taken notes of, like, some of the things that they could drop, which I think one of them was a black kite shield, which I think I have unlocked. Oh yeah, I did. Which it's not going to be better than my adamant square shield, let's be honest. Now I need to go and take a look at the option when I'm making use of iron knives. See, the thing is that they also, like, you know, they hit pretty bad on me. Actually, what am I doing? Like, I have prayers, for God's sakes. I should be abusing that. God, on average, it's gonna take, like, nearly a minute having to, like, kill each one. Well, I said I was gonna be doing this. I just need to take a look at each loadout. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I had to go about, yeah, looking at the things here again for, okay, actually, making use of the iron knives would be better. As I was looking at the DPS calculator with that one. Alright, so up and at 'em. Also, we need to go and make a quick trip over to the bank here, because there is something that, now that my crafting is up way more than it should be, a little something that I have saved. Oh, hello. What's been going on here? Some sort of PKing group going on here. Up to trouble. Lots of trouble. Okay. So one of the things that I have sitting in here are buttons. I had them ever since with the you know, pickpocketing those ham members. Now that I'm well over 3 crafting, I can actually polish them, and they actually do give us a roll for this. Linen. That sounds... it does make me curious. Item available and sold. Ah, dang it. Currently only one use in the game and is one of the items needed for the quest. Oh. Well, I mean, if it's needed for that little helper thing, that quest, I'm just one step closer then. So I might as well go about polishing the rest. Do these even have a use? Use an animal magnetism. Oh, yeah, okay. But we haven't had it, we can't unlock that, so. Are you seeing this? Why is polished buttons worth that many? I'm actually seeing a daily volume of it that's over like 2,000, like 2,500, I should say. A buy limit of 15. There's a buy limit on polished buttons? That is confusing. That is confusing. You'd be surprised on what people would do for certain, collectibles, I guess. People might just like hoard a lot of the like untradeable things that you get for random events, like square sandwiches. Things like that. Anyway, I want to go and look up information on the ice giants here. All right, just need to go about looking through all of the... You know what? Let me just to humor myself, let me go and throw in the Willow Comp bow and steel arrows and see if those make better DPS. Yeah, Iron Knights are still better. Let's see, what do we have in terms of like, slash defense here? Anything that's not gonna ruin my attack. But yeah, by the way, another thing I completely forgot is that I can see I was curious as to like, the whole iron knives versus darts, and I think it was probably around during the whole like rebalancing project or something. And so the difference being is that like iron knives or sorry, like knives, they have some range accuracy on them, but not as much as range strength. Whereas to darts, they do have more range strength, but no attack bonus. So I guess it's just a case of if what you're fighting against with range has like no defense at all, you use darts. But if you want a fast attack option, but still have a bit more accuracy, then you use knives. I do like the fact that like RuneScape is evolving into a point where like we don't have like best in slot for like one guaranteed like way now. Now they're just giving us like multiple options now and make us think like what's best against a certain enemy this time. So all items have a use. Yeah, certainly best way of having to go about with these here. Yeah, because that would run the attack bonus on that one. What about this one? Yeah, we can have those. God, this is quite the setup for ourselves. Plus, I'd say that it's definitely a good idea for us to get ourselves some range training up for sure. All right, so we can just go ahead and do a group teleport on over to pest control and work our way there. All right, so other things that we can potentially get from ice giants is of course the ensouled heads, black kite shield, iron plate legs, a mithril mace, and adamant arrows. And I think we have to like kill like, what was it, like 57 of those things? So yeah, we're going to be here for a while. If the average kill count is like 50 seconds. Yeah, see, hopefully having to go through this whole shindig is not going to be too bad. Hello? What's this? Oh, when did they add that? When did they add this? Oh, is this like... Well, for one thing, I don't know what's going on here. Let's see, is that a shortcut? Ooh, yeah, new shortcuts. Oh wait, there's ice giants right over here. Ice warriors and giants. Now, obviously, this place is skeletal wyverns. I already know about that, but oh, so this is the way to the Royal Titans. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, they changed the look of this place here a bit, didn't they? Yeah, because this one, like right up here, I don't recall this the way it looked at as it is. All right, let me have a look over here and see what we got going on. Also multi-combat, so I have to keep that in mind. Let's see, textile, give me true time. No, untag all. Was there different variants here? The frick? Yeah, there's a lot. Read scoreboard. Oh, is that like the stats for Royal Titans? All right, what might be a good like safe spot around here? Now I take it. I could probably just stand right here. And so the grind begins. Nice, addy arrows for a 1 dose of bastion potions. Darn. I'm pretty positive that that cannot be dropped anywhere. Simply because that's created with blood. Yep. Yeah, it's something that's created with, yeah, time with vile blood. Anyone of Zamorai to the unfinished that's Oh, cool. I don't have to wait that long then. Actually, that's one of the more common drops. Those addy arrows. Let's look at the remainder here. Now, of course, we have to take into account like some of the stuff that you will find in the wilderness, but I have already sifted through all of this. Oh, of course, there's like the chance of probably getting those like seeds, but like I'm not gonna make that a reliable source. I would always have to end up having to do like master farmers when I get to it. Oh yeah, something before I forget, I have, you know, gotten my XP up to like 400,000 at the very least. So you know what that means. It's another 20. And we'll go ahead and reset that. Nice. Ah, neat. Not neat. Boy. See, what was the rate on that one? Oh, 1 in 28. Actually, it worked out pretty well. And now I can kill rock slugs. Oh, already in its old head for... Ooh, okay. Well, I don't know why I got a little excited about that, because, like, you know, spider capes used to have been a thing that I enjoyed using or something before, like, you know, gracefuls was a thing. Because you know that, you know, gives you, you know, less weight and all that. Anyway, let's go ahead and just properly drop this here. God, we're already knocking through the list here for ice giants. Now we just need a black kite shield and iron plate legs. Anyways, the Chanceman plugin does need to have some work here when it comes to like showing drops, because like the only reliable way you can is if you right click on an enemy and do that. Because sometimes that little eye indicator on the music player by default doesn't really show up. But like once this interface is up, then you can like actually, you know, type it in. Let's see, 128. So what's the other ones? Oh yeah, the black kite shield. Which is a bit more common than that. So how much XP per pop they're giving me? 70. Okay. That's why we're like going through the levels pretty nicely here. Now once I start like accumulating like Slayer points, I'm curious like what can this be like used for like at this stage, right? When I'm that restricted. Obviously the first idea is having to go for, you know, things to get the Slayer helmet, right? But if I have not unlocked, you know, the black mask, I can't get it. And of course, haven't unlocked Mauritania. Which, by the way, I need to bring up something important, which I haven't fully looked into this. I need to like watch a playthrough to see if this is true or not. But see what happened. Well, not what happened, but like, oh, cool. They're no longer aggressive. Nice. So anyway, the whole like priest in peril thing. So the main thing about that quest that states right on the thing here, it says we need to have a bucket and 50 unnoted root essence or pure essence. So if we have unlocked either of those things, then we'll be able to do the quest. But the thing is that like during it, let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Okay. See, the thing is that like when I unlocked the candle, I was kind of curious about like what it's like used for or something like that. And I noticed something about there being a golden candle. The thing is, I don't remember the priest in peril quest, like what fully goes on in that thing. And I see here in the notes saying that a player can swap any of the golden items with the regular version of that items. If desired, pot, feather, a candle, a tinderbox, a needle, and a hammer is needed, which then can be used on the correct monument holding that item. This cannot be done after completing Drezel has moved into the Molosseum. Golden items have no functional purpose. For example, golden tinderbox cannot be used to light fires, although they can be converted into coins. With each golden item may only be obtained once per account. Okay. All right, so that answers my question. You know, like I was a little bit worried. Like, was there like some sort of like some sort of things taken not into account when it comes to like items needed for a quest? Because I think there has been like some guides. All right, what was the name of that one little quest? Oh yeah, Missile and Mystery. Oh wait, no, never mind. Whatever, I'm stupid. I can only I mean like this. Look, this is just me being paranoid and just wanted to make absolute sure that like what the guide states that what is absolutely required is, right? You know, maybe that can be like a new like project to add to the Chance Man, is having to like maybe use in conjunction with a quest helper to give a better sense of like what you can unlock, or like what quests that you can do at that point, because I know that we can just look it up manually and see the list from there. It's just because I need to be able to see like what's directly in front of me with like the list of items. It's just like, oh, now that you've unlocked that, now you can do this, you know, that sort of thing. Because like there was like that, you know, there's like the notifications with RuneLite showing like in-game notifications, right? So I figured maybe like when you unlock an item, there should be like an in-game notification and like in the chat box saying like, you now meet the item requirements for so and so quest. I thought that would be really cool. Maybe like at the very least when you have all the requirements for said quest, I should say. Like a very simple one would be like, if you've unlocked logs, you can now do the Tree Gnome Village quest. Yeah, I say that would definitely be a cool thing to look into for sure. All right, I'm not gonna walk out this far. Yeah, come to think of it, I should probably go ahead and untag the one giants that cannot go out this far to this safe spot. So now that we're entering into the month of October, this is like the, you know, the season where like I start getting, you know, a little bit, you know, excited having to go on my yearly vacation, which you guys, you know, it's an anime convention called Youmacon in Detroit. But the thing is, since I've recently moved, there's been, you know, a whole lot of money, not only having to pay the mortgage, but it's also to maintenance, home improvements, things of that nature. And I can't really be all that, you know, lavish, being able to like go and freely do things as I've done before. So I just can't go this year. And it's just a case of like, well, to be honest, I have been going a little bit, you know, I guess tired of that convention. Not because like I don't get excited going there, but just like there hasn't been too much variety going on there. Like, don't get me wrong, like the last time that I went there was pretty good, but it didn't hit the same. Like, if I had to recall, one thing off the top of my head about the last time I went to was that I met the current voice actor for Shadow. And, that's all I remember. I do remember the year before that as well, I think. That's when all of Face Connect was there. And I've been doing all those panels, and I was able to do like meet and greets with like Lumi and Pippa. And also there was like some behind the scene things in regards to you know, Makan, how it kind of put us, hang on a second. Hang on, I just had to like plug in my camera. Because like there's kind of like a little bit of an issue with it causing a lag when it's overheating. It explains why my avatar can be uncooperative sometimes and not be that smooth looking. Anyways. Where was I going? That was something about the convention. Oh yeah, the convention being not as well maintained, and also like some shady things going on with charity even. Because like there's been a lot of people that have been speaking their 2 cents about the whole thing. Even like some of the guests that have appeared there, and people have been saying that they're worried. Of course, like when Face Connect was there with Pippa being involved, there's been people saying like, hey, Pippa is a bad actor and shit like that. And well, you know, it's just people being, you know, crazies. You know, I think it's like a case of like, I just probably like give it a year break at least, just to see where they're going. Because the past few years, they haven't been doing a good job having to like, you know, hype themselves up and for things like that. And like how to like properly like advertise themselves or something like that. Like their whole staff has been rather flaky. Because like right after when the pandemic hit, things have fallen off, right? And it's been hard for them having to get everything back go up and running, right? Also, I feel that going to like, you know, public events like that, considering recent events, it's probably like, you know, making people worried, right? You know, like the last thing that anybody wants to be caught in a dangerous situation. So it's like, I don't blame them if they want to, you know, just stay out of things, right? I think like we're now in a moment of time that where we just need to, you know, sit back and we need to observe things from a distance and see what happens, right? And that's what I'm pretty much doing. Most of it just has to do with me just keeping an eye on my money as part of it. But yeah, that just means I just need to, you know, look elsewhere for, you know, for conventions that are a bit more small and whatnot. And to be honest, like a lot of the reasons why I go to conventions is go to the marketplace to get stuff, right? But honestly, a lot of the merch that I have right now is, I think I'm at a pretty satisfying state right now with what I have. I do have like a nice display cabinet with my merch in it, right? Because like now that I'm at my new place and starting anew, then it's like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get this and display it only for myself at this point, because like, you know, who else is gonna see it besides me and my roommates here? Oop. So we're down to 45, I see. So yeah, even though it's taken a while having to, you know, take down these here ice giants here, it's not that bad. And also like pretty much like my range op is like the best option in terms of like kill speed. It's crazy that like only in recent years have like proper like calculators to show like, you know, DPS or something like that, right? Especially now that like, you know, attack options are now more varied and encouraged. You know, seeing how there's been like the expansion to the Asgardian Ice Dungeon, it does make me think about what it previously looked like, as well as even curious like what like the, you know, like the first iteration of RuneScape was like. I'm pretty sure if I wanted to, I could probably search around for like some free way of having to see, you know, classic RuneScape, because like I'm pretty sure like the OG thing is not on the website anymore, because I think they did say that it was taken down. Ah yes, so it has been permanently closed on August 6th, 2018. So yep, that would explain it. But I'm pretty sure there's probably like some other websites that are like, you know, like private servers of it, so that if we want to experience it, we can. I actually don't know if that's the case. Let me look. Well, I tried to open up this one website called Open RuneScape Classic, but when I attempted to do it, it just got blocked. So I'm like, little bit sketchy. And now I see RuneScapeClassic.org, and I'm like, buddy, if you're gonna be hosting something like that and putting .org at the end, then like I can't take you seriously. Okay, what about this one? Nope, not that one. Okay, now what is this? RuneScape Classic Plus? It's a third-party client first got released in wait, what do you mean first released in 2016? The fuck? Are you talking about like your own iteration? I mean, it did say plus, so I would assume like vanilla plus. So like, wait, why? Officially closed on. Oh, apparently I've seen like an AI thing giving me a summarization telling me like it is closed due to technical issues, and it's like, are you sure it's technical issues? Or is it just... Well, actually, let me take a look at the actual like OSRS wiki here instead. Closure. See, servers would close, citing the increasing probability of game-breaking bots, and macro users, and the inability to support Classic in the future as leading causes. Oh, that sucks. I mean, like, there are some people that just probably just want to experience it for like, I don't know, like a week, 2 weeks tops, just to see what the old game was like. I really don't know if there's like actual dedicated players that play it like long term, because RuneScape Classic was on my mind just because of watching the Yunil Chunk series, where Josh was giving like factoids about things like the Yunil dungeon, how when like new skills were coming into the game for during that era. Oh shit. Okay, Ice Giant, you need to die quick, please. Okay. Yo, frog token. Dude, there we go. We got banked XP for later. I don't know if Jagex realized that. Because, like, you know, with like the upcoming, you know, sailing skill coming up, when people are holding on to their like frog tokens, they're probably going to use that to like roll through like the initial things of like sailing, you know. I'm just saying, because I saw a Reddit post regarding that, and it's like, you know, that is a point. That is bankable XP. But I am going to immediately use this because that is going to be enough to get my smithing up to 2. Actually, hang on, let me take a look at that one quest. Yeah, below Ice Mountain. Because like that quest is still like on my mind, that I want to try to get all the things unlocked for it. Because like I need cooked meat, bread, and a knife. And the reason why I'm so focused on it is because grinding in that place, I'll be able to unlock that that special hammer. and that can be used for smithing and whatnot. And that would just like, I was able to go and properly do the whole smithing stuff proper. And of course with like, it's diverse, you know, like smithing table of like items you can make. It'll give me like a whole slew of unlocks. Other than that, I don't know if like I should be like putting stats into anything else. Nice, 46. Ooh, okay. See, now we're climbing up the weapons. Unlocks. I think I definitely found out the issue when it came to like the latency for the way the camera is like picking up the face rigging and all that. It was definitely a overheating issue. Because like I always have like the thing constantly charged, no matter what. But I think it's the case of it just having like the first like, I don't know, like hour and let it do its thing before I have to charge it back in. It's obviously like a very like, I had to go for like whatever cheapest like unlocked, you know, iPhone I can get, right? Oh boy, we're almost to the funny number. Actually, wasn't there a plugin that showed like some sort of overhead thing? When you have to do like proper flicking, or not flicking, yeah, flicking. I was almost confusing it to flitching, but no. Flinch. Visual tick bar and combo counter for 1 tick prayer. I think that's the one. Oh, it's right here. All right, let's go give it a little bit of a practice here. So I think the idea is that you're supposed to like hit it twice within the green. Huh, okay. Boy, it's gonna be very annoying to hear. But I think I get it. Oh, that thing despawned. Oops. Whatever, it's just one knife. Oh, I think I had like the wrong way. Oh shit. Ooh, we got a seed now. Ooh, okay. Unicorn horn. All right, I can start collecting those then. Yeah, I'm going to take that off and also get Haralander seed off the list here. So I know I have that listed like everywhere in this frickin' thing. Okay. So yeah, unicorn horn. That means I can get the unicorn horn dust now. Actually, wait, didn't I unlock that though? No. Okay. You know what might be easy? If I had like if there was like a hotkey to activate prayers. I actually don't know if there is. I mean, I know that's for these here. Also, I think like this plugin here was pretty new recently. Yeah, I'm too used to the whole like lazy like, you know, prayer flicking, where I only activate it at the tick where it matters. Yeah, I tried. Yeah, I figured if I had like this thing up, I mean, I know the idea is supposed to be I have to hit it twice per tick, but I'm doing like the lazy way where I'm just having like, you know, like the 1 tick before while it's still like in the green, you know. The thing is, like, I have the tendency of like just doing it on beat, and most of the time it doesn't do it right. So see, for as like low level as like my equipment is, I really don't know if it's like helping too much. Let's see, we take a look at Ice Giants again here. Yeah, it typically isn't. Yeah, we tried. I mean, it's not like it was like giving me like a new max hit or something with it. Nice. And sold monkey head. God dang it, we got that one earlier. Dang it. But we can now actually, you know, pick this up now. Of course, it's not going to replace my current shield. Might as well just, yeah, just hold on to that and have something that's worth high alking later, if I ever unlock frickin' nature runes. Alright, so all that is left is getting the iron plate legs. If not, I'll have to go ahead and see like where else is like a better source other than smithing. Nice, 24. Wait, Combat Path Starter Kit. Items obtained from Adventure Run for free after starting the Combat Path on the Adventure Path that contains... Huh? Didn't I... What? That's odd. I didn't know that there was like starter kits. And the interesting thing is like there's like a destroy option for it, and it says you can get enough from it. Oh, well, I guess it probably assumes if you haven't like. Also, they didn't say that you. Well, yeah, maybe I need to go through like some dialogue options and see, because I don't recall like ever having to talk to him and getting like a starter kit like that. Because like if a starter kit like, wait, warrior path. This item alongside the ranger path are only available to a select group of players as part of A/B testing. Normal players only have access to adventure pass and can only. It's possible that the item is now discontinued with the no longer. But wait, what about the combat ones then? Okay, so all that stuff got merged into the combat path starter kit then. Well, I have to go like teleport like over to Lumbridge and then having to see if that's really the case. Yep, I found the one I need to untag. Oh, that got grouped up as in part of the like tag all thing. Well, here, let me go ahead and untag all, and I'm going to tag new one that I can. That can go over here. So yeah, if I am able to get that starter kit, unless it's too late, because the page didn't say anything about like if I'm too late on getting it. Because I did not get an iron chain body, so I can roll with that. All right, not chew then. Let's see, we did the black wizard hat. We did the robes. Regular staff, air runes, bronze arrow. What about the leather van braces? No, not that one. Okay, so we have like 3 potential rolls to do with this one when we look into this. It's interesting that it, like, you know, I know that Chanceman has been such like a recent mode to mess around with, so I think needed to go ahead and try and like do some sort of like encyclopedia like thing for it or something. I don't know, like list out like, you know, strategies for like what like consider like freebies at the very start and all that stuff, and how important it is that you need to go ahead and grind your thieving and agility. You know, things like that. Can you imagine like if it turns into like an official game mode? But the thing is, they'll go like one step beyond by having to like insert logic into it. I don't know how they would do it, but it's a massive upbringing having to do that. So it's like, I don't know. And the thing, but I guess it is best if it was like a fan-made thing then. Because again, there's still the option to having to do like a manual roll. So, well, after chugging all of that coffee, I definitely feel a little bit better now. Now, it's a shame when it comes to like having to like rely on substances in order to like be able to like do things. You know, in the case of caffeine, for me, it's like, well, it'll get to the point where like, in order to like get the better, you know, hit, you would have to like consume more. But I don't know about me in this case, because I've only had at most like, I don't know what size, you know, mug this is. It's certainly not a standard size cup of coffee. Probably like, oh hey, look, beginner clue. All right, let's see like how quick that one is a dud. Immediate. Hold on, that's rolled items. Yeah. Oh geez, that's Sag. Is that like back to back here? Holy shit. Wow, 2 back-to-back shitty ones. Wowee. Actually, hold on a second here. Like I yeah, I got the glue details plugin. Yeah, let me get the one that I have here that I can't do. Because I need to go and color code this. See, edit color for clue. Straight up red. Yeah, too bad it doesn't, you know, do the same thing when it's dropped on the floor, though. Nice. 47. All right. 25 is a big one. Well, not in terms of the cockatrice, but I can now actually wield mirror shields now. Something I've been holding on to for that we've unlocked a long time ago. So let's see, according to the stats, now let's go and compare that to my adamant square shield. Yeah, this one has like, you know, like negative, well, there's like no negative like attack bonuses when using it. And actually gives me like, you know, like plus magic defense with this one. So yeah, now I have like a magic defense option on my shield now. You know, for an option. And also, since I've unlocked Cockatrice, we're going to take a look at their drop table next. Not a whole lot. But the notable ones is Iron Boots and Mystic Boots. Okay, for sure. Let me go ahead and jot those down then. Yeah, Mystic Boot Lights is going to be like a big one. Well, not... well, a difficult one, I should say, because it's, you know, one in every... 512. And we are done. Received 8 points for our efforts. Alright, and with it, head straight back and look into that whole, like, you know, combat starter pack thing, unless it's some sort of, like, you know, discontinued thing, and then the wiki did not really reflect that, you know. Ah, okay, there it is. All the starter kits. Alright. So that's interesting. This whole time we didn't even know about this. Alright. I should probably go ahead and do this at a bank here, because, like, it's going to give me, like, probably, like, way more than what it's offering here, so I just need to make some space. Okay. Let's open up. Oh, I can use Black Skirt now. Contract. Okay. Rock armor? Yeah, rock shell plate. The hell is that? Oh my god! Fire element staff crown. That's the other component to the staff. Well, okay then. Anyway, iron plate legs, we don't have to worry about that anymore. And the whole drop table for Ice Giant, at least the one that we care about, is taken off. Also, I need to see if like Iron Shape Body was like somewhere on my list. Nope, it wasn't. Okay. Okie dokie. Alright, so I did say that I was gonna go about having to go about fighting unicorns. And our best location would be happen to be like south of the Woodcutting Guild. Alright, so before we do that, let's make use of our time. Head on over to the Berthorpe Games Room. Oh, no, wait, stop. I forgot. Venica's my new thing. I forgot. I go to him for this stuff now. The heck? Why are you telling me to... Oh, you know what? It's probably telling me to, like, go to Corsair Cove or some shit like that. Well, yeah, stop over here first. I'm gonna go get the prayer up here. I'm gonna take the other way up there. Thank you very much. Yeah, see, like, now that I ran over here, like, this far up in Lumbridge, then it recalculates, like, oh, hey, there you are. Because I think what it's trying to do is trying to calculate ships and spirit trees. So it's taking me to Corsair Cove, where there's a spirit tree there, which would take me over to Grand Exchange, and then go through there to Edgeville, and then that whole malarkey. Which having to, like, make use of a minigame teleport? No thanks. And also like 12k to use the boat. Like, I I know that I can like thieve for some more gold, but like, you know, please. And our next assignment is... Ew, hobgoblins. Hmm. And our only things we can get off of hobgoblins are steel spears and iron javelins. So where would I have to go for those? That seems to be... Well, let's see. Hobgoblin. Oh yeah, there's some right here in this dungeon. See, I saw between the rock slide and the fire remains by the campfire. Hmm. Well... Oh. Interesting. I was not expecting someone to be here. And of course there are like some of those seats, but I still don't take those things into account. Wait, I saw level 28. And then, okay, then there's the 42s. Ugh. So there's the fire remains and there's that rock slide. So I'm guessing it's right here. I'm pretty sure the... Oh! Interesting. Neat. Not neat. Looks like they attack every 6 ticks. From the looks of things. Hold on, I think the armed hobgoblins are the ones I... Wait, no, they have iron javelins in their thing here. See, the funny thing is, like, the unarmed ones are the ones that, you know, drop the steel spears, which is funny. You would think the other ones would. They're the one that's holding spears. Come to think of it, with the level 28 here, I can probably just go and face tank it. Well, yeah. Oh, law rune, sure. Sadly, no new roll from that one. But at least now we're like in the close vicinity to get ourselves a new assignment. Perhaps one that's gonna be elsewhere out. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm going to shit my pants if I get, I don't know, like moss giants. Nope, I gotta deal with Ankus. Okay, let me check the thing here. Yeah, if I'm gonna be fighting Ankus, I'm gonna have to, you know, do prayer protect and all that sort of stuff. Also, I think it will be better if I was to deal with them down in the catacombs, because at least I'll have a chance of getting like the, I don't know, the tertiary stuff from those, the dark totems and whatnot. Obviously, I don't have the stats to fight Skatizo when it comes to it, but like, it'll add up eventually and go from there. So anyway, Ankus, they'll have... Oh shoot, that's right. I did roll with the adamant arrows. I need to get that off the list. All right, let's let's go over to this here. So I'll quickly go ahead and bank over here. And then we'll see about having to get around about here, because then we can take the minecart network over to that spot. Yeah, because before we, go ahead and deal with Oh, shoot, I just realized. I can't do it in the catacombs because, like, it's a multi-combat area. The last thing I want is to be absolutely swarmed by them. There, that's what I should have done there. Alright. Yeah, actually, no, we're good. I did say we need to go over to, like, Stronghold Security, having to deal with them one at a time. There we go. And then we can actually, pick those up again. Oh, again. Well, because hey, like, now I can use pestle mortar to grind it down to dust, and giving us another roll that way. Also, there is a bank nearby. So yeah, the head is 1 out of 35. Let's just hope that we don't get a repeat sort of thing like we did with like those like bears the other day. Knock on wood. Okay, well, since that getting hit is not going to be an issue with those, we'll go ahead and like just drop off our stuff here. Wait, what's this? Take tall reeds. Hold on a minute. Let me look that up. Okay, it's nothing. It's just quest-related stuff. So I wasn't sure if there was any, like, tradable stuff from that mess, but there isn't. Oh, yeah, since I'm standing right here at the bank, we'll go ahead and crush one, and we get regular goblin mail. Holy shit. We can do part of wait, okay, hold on. We need to see the rest of goblin diplomacy here. So yeah, we still need to unlock blue dye and orange dye. Thing is, like, we've only gotten like red dye. But still, goblin mail, holy shit. When that day comes, having to get those remaining dyes, it'll be grand, because that means that we can do that, and then having to do that Lost Tribe quest, get access to Dorgashkan, and then, you know, that sort of stuff like that. Also, I was looking up the requirements for Tower of Life. And it's the typical stuff, which is like... Oh, actually, no, what? Hold on. I forgot about the alternative, this thing here. What's the for... Oh god, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Yeah, because I was looking at like the stuff for the Tower of Life, which is a hammer and saw, as well as beer. And of course, it was listing the alternatives, which actually includes the how do you say it? Imkando hammer, and it can also use a crystal saw with that too. But then I saw the requirements for Eyes of Glofry, and it's like, no. Oh boy. But yeah, once again, this will be definitely a good plugin suggestion for this, is that if we meet all the item requirements for a quest, there should be an in-game notification telling us that. It'll make things like much easier to keep track of and take like a lot of the guesswork out of things. Anyways, I brought up the like Tower of Life quest just because making use of that place, because now that I've unlocked Cowhide and Unicorn Horn, I can do that that Unicow sort of thing. Alright, that'll be it for like having to pick those up, but I just needed to like get like some monetary value out of this while I wait for the dang head to drop. Like 47 kills in, by the way. And we are now at a kill count of 70, which is twice over for the frickin' ensouled head. I probably should not say anything about having to, like, you know, experience the whole dry spell with like having to fight blackberries, but at least with this, I can get drops out of this. You know what? I'm actually gonna go ahead and bank this and get more, because if we're gonna be here for a while, I want to be compensated for it. Damn it. Nice, 53. Oh, well, would you look at that? Is that slime? No, wait, bucket of wax. I didn't know that was a GE thing. What kind of bucket am I confusing it for? Huh. Well, in any case, and to think I having to, like, you know, take a trip and having to like deposit and then come back and thinking like surely it's not gonna pull that move. It did. All right, unicorn. It's off the list for the ensouled heads. Okay, well, I guess I can see about, because that's the one over in Catherby that we can do that. And it involves insect repellent. And I hope to God that's untradeable. Insect repellent. No! Why? Why is that a tradable thing? Motherfucker. Actually, wait, hold on a minute. Did I happen to get the full beekeeper's outfit? Because I did have that a couple of times, like, you know, like both on and off camera, but so as a reminder, like, what is the full set comprised of? It's the, yeah, hat, top, legs, gloves, and boots. I keep them around here somewhere. Yeah, I don't think it's all of them. Let's see, B. Yeah, we're missing the hat. Damn it. So close, man. Gosh, if that's the case, let me just, you know, put this in the top row as a reminder that, hey, there's something you can do with this. So don't forget. There's not really like much time left here, but I do want to try to get like something else unlocked if I can think of it real quick. And I'm not seeing anything immediate. Darn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know if I'm gonna hit something on the drop table here within like reasonable amount of time. I mean, I could go ahead and try fighting those Anku a little bit. There is something about their drop table I think has like some fair common drop thing to it. Hold on, if we're gonna do like a drive-by over to Draenor, let me go ahead and do that. Also, I need to go ahead and ask Wise Old Man, like, what was that one thing that he wanted for that one random task? Silk. Did I unlock silk? No. Okay. Hey, look at that, blood runes. At least there's some good coming out of that. Yeah, left skull half. Yeah, there's one of them, weapon poison. And that was for Iron Bolts unfinished. Ah, dang it. I was hoping for like to like have the aggression timer having to like finish its thing, but no. All right. I say that is enough for today here. I mean, at least I got one drop out of it, which is that weapon poison. For those curious, the other ones that we're looking for that we can unlock is for them to drop a cooked bass, black knife, and fried mushrooms. So like those are definitely quite odd ones for sure, but yeah, that's gonna be something I have to do next time, is to finish up the task here. So as for when I'm going to be streaming next time, I'm probably thinking Friday. Friday is probably our best bet here. You know, because I do have like some other stuff going on Thursday and Saturday as well. Anyway, big takeaway from this, I guess, for, let's see, rolled and unlocked. I guess unicorn horns. I mean, if we're going to take a look at stuff that, let's see. Well, yeah, definitely keep an eye on the whole like fire element staff, or rather like, yeah, the things for the twin staff thing. Because like once I unlock the battle staff, then definitely doing that twin boss fight thing is something on my radar. I still probably don't have the stats for it, but then, well, that it still drops that I'm looking forward to. So other than that, we're gonna end it up here. As usual, I'll always do some meaningful things off camera. Probably like having to get some of the weird drops that are like leftovers from other mobs. Of course, I'll go ahead and take a snapshot of that when that happens. Let's see. Of course, I got to get my mining up so that you know, get things like sandstone and granite, and what other stuff I could mine. That's going to be a big thing to do. And also, yeah, I keep thinking I have to get that remaining thing I need to thieve from the ham member, so that again I can go and do the whole like clue juggling stuff. So that's my plans. So I'll go ahead and end off here today, and of course, take care of yourselves.